Hello everyone and welcome! Today we're going to be jumping into an English lesson from the textbook 50/50, a speaking and listening course intro.
And specifically, we're going to be focusing on Unit 4, which is called Doing Things, Actions. Now, this whole lesson is all about how to talk about what's happening right now, in this very moment.
So, what's on the agenda today? Well, we'll kick things off with a warm-up, then we'll move into some listening and speaking practice. After that, we'll review some new vocabulary, and we'll wrap it all up with a focus on the key grammar for this unit.
Okay, so what's the big idea here? What's our main goal? Well, by the end of this, you're going to feel way more confident using what we call the present continuous tense. And that just means adding ing to verbs to talk about what you or other people are doing, right as we speak.
Okay, you ready? Let's dive right in. We're going to start with the warm-up conversation you'll find on page 23. This is a perfect example of this grammar in action.
So this first bit is from track 17. It's a really short chat between Angie and Billy. Angie kicks things off by asking, "What are you watching?"
And Billy says back, "A soccer game. Italy is playing Korea." Now, did you catch that key verb he used? Playing. See that ing at the end? That's our big clue that this action is happening right now.
So Angie's curious, she wants to know more, and she asks another question using that very same structure, where are they playing?
And what do you know? Billy's answer keeps that same pattern going. They're playing in Seoul. He uses playing again just to show us that the action is still happening.
Looks like Angie's got one last question for Billy. She asks, "Who's winning?" And that "who's" you hear, that's just a short way of saying "who is."
And Billy tells her the score? Korea is 2-1. See how he doesn't even need to say winning again? That's because we already know what they're talking about. So this little conversation, it's the perfect setup for the grammar we're going to be using today.
All right, now it's time to put your ears to the test. Let's move on to the listening task on page 24. I'm about to read a phone call. That's track 18. Now, as you listen, your job is to look at the picture in your book and match the names you hear to the people in that picture. Got it? Ready? Listen carefully. Hello?
Hi, Susan. What is all that noise? How's the baby?
Oh, hi, Paul. Megan's fine. She's playing with the dog.
Who's yelling?
Oh, that's Erica and Nikki. They're playing together.
Nikki? So your sister Mary came over?
Yeah. Bob came too. He's watching a basketball game on TV. Mary is talking with your mother.
My mother? Are Mom and Dad there too?
Uh-huh. Dad's taking a nap in his favorite armchair. My mother's here too. She's feeding Megan.
What's breaking? What is that?
I don't know. Just a minute. Oh, that's Jimmy. He's changing a light bulb.
Oh, your brother is there too.
Okay. How'd you do with that? Let's check your work. If you look at the slide, you can see the answers. Megan is playing with the dog, Bob is watching a basketball game, and Jimmy is changing a light bulb. So, how did you do? Did you catch all of them?
All right, let's keep going. Now for the second part of this listening exercise, the true or false section. I'm going to read the statements from track 19. Let's do it. 1. Johnny is playing with Nikki. 2. The baby is playing with the cat. 3. Nikki is breaking a light bulb. 4. Mary is talking with Paul's mother. 5. Dad is taking a nap on the couch. 8. Bob is watching a movie on TV. Okay, time to check our answers. Let's look at the slide together. Statement number 1. That was false. Remember, it was Erica playing with Nikki, not Johnny. And hey, take a look at the correction for number 5. Dad is napping, sure, but he's in his armchair, not on the couch. This just goes to show how important it is to listen for those little but really important details.
Okay, so we've warmed up our listening skills. Now it's time to get talking. We're going to put this grammar to work with a speaking task. If you turn to page 26, you'll see there's a really fun memory game.
So here's how it works. It's a chain memory game. The first person says what they're doing. Then the next person has to repeat that and add their own action. And the chain just gets longer and longer and longer. The whole point is to see how long your group can keep the chain going without forgetting anything. It's an awesome way to get you using that ing form without even thinking about it.
Okay, to talk about what people are doing, you need words for the actions, right? You need action verbs. So let's take a minute and review the key vocabulary words from this unit.
If you look at this list, every single word here describes an action. We've got play, jog, draw, kick. And that's exactly what makes them perfect for using with the ing grammar we're learning about. So for instance, you could say, he is kicking the ball, or she is drawing a picture. Make sure you practice these with their Arabic translations to really build up your vocabulary.
All right, let's get into the nitty-gritty. Let's zoom in on the grammar itself. We've seen it in a bunch of examples, so now let's actually break down the structure. The rules for building these sentences and questions correctly.
Okay, this table right here, which is from page 27 in your book, this is basically your roadmap, your guide. So for a simple statement, the formula is subject plus the verb to be, that's am, is, or are, and then your main verb with ing on the end. Super simple. For example, he is playing tennis. Now, for a question that starts with what, where, or who, the structure is the WH word, then am, is, or are, then the subject, and then the verb with ing. Just like in our warm-up conversation. What are you doing? And what if it's a simple yes or no question? Well, you just start with the verb to be. Is she watching TV? And as you can see, the short answers follow that same easy, predictable pattern too.
And just like that, we're at the end. So I've got one last question for you, and I want you to use the grammar we've just mastered. So, what are you doing right now? Seriously, think about your answer. As for me, well, I am speaking to you. But what about you? Are you listening? Are you taking notes? Try to answer out loud right now in a full English sentence. Keep practicing, and I promise, you'll be describing actions like a pro in no time.